Welcome to Super Showdowns, the ultimate destination for epic battles and legendary showdowns. Join us as we put iconic superheroes, villains, and mythological figures against each other in thrilling matches of strength, strategy, and skill. It began with a silence, not a quietude of peace, but a cosmic vacuum, the absence of everything, where even entropy had ceased to exist. In the white void between realities, where the broken remains of dead multiverses drifted like ash in a windless storm, Thanos stood alone. His skin, once a vibrant purple, now shimmered with white gold light. Eyes like collapsing stars surveyed the horizon. He was not the Thanos who had once courted death or sought conquest. That being was gone, consumed, transcended. This was Thanos, wielder of the heart of the universe, a force beyond all logic, a singularity of purpose and power. With a thought, he could fold space, erase time, or rewrite reality. Yet despite that, his expression was grim. He had rewritten the Marvel Omniverse, rebuilt it, perfected it, but something stirred in the shadows between realities. A note in the frequency of everything that refused to harmonize. A paradox not born from chaos, but from defiance. And that defiance had a name. In the ruined remains of the dreaming realms, where Morpheus once walked and ideas slept beneath black suns, a figure stepped through a doorway that wasn't there a moment before. Lucifer Morningstar, dressed in his eternal black suit, his blonde hair glowing faintly under non-existent starlight. Lucifer walked as though he owned the void. Behind him trailed echoes of uncreated choirs, each note defying logic, each footstep rewriting causality. He was not of this universe, not even of this narrative structure, but he was aware that something had happened in a neighboring cosmology, something wrong. Lucifer gazed across the ruined expanse and smiled with curiosity, not contempt, not fear. Just curiosity. I expected the scent of arrogance, but all I smell is disappointment, he said softly. Thanos turned. It is not disappointment, the Titan replied. It is clarity. Perfection is a lonely throne. Lucifer chuckled. You've taken the role of author, have you? And yet here I stand, uninvited, unshaped by your will. You do not belong here, Thanos said, his voice laced with the authority of multiversal law. No, Lucifer said, stepping closer. I don't. And yet, here I am. They stood at the precipice of nothingness, two beings who had outgrown gods, philosophies, and destinies. You've rewritten your world, Lucifer said. You've erased your creators, transcended the living tribunal, stood above even eternity. I have become the narrative, Thanos replied. No, Lucifer whispered. You've become a prison for it. You embody everything. But there is no room left for anything new. Your universe breathes no longer. It obeys. Thanos frowned. Order was necessary. I made existence free of chaos, of suffering, but not of you, Lucifer said. You've replaced tyranny with a mirror. A silence lingered. Then Lucifer asked the one question no one else dared. Did you really fix everything? Or did you just remove everything you didn't understand? Thanos narrowed his eyes. Lucifer smiled.
Hey you! Don't just watch. Subscribe, please.
That devilish, wicked smile that had driven angels to madness and gods to suicide. You see, Thanos, there's a truth you haven't swallowed yet. Omnipotence doesn't mean you're right. It just means you're alone. Thanos didn't move. He didn't need to. A wave of raw heart of the universe energy surged outward, converting reality itself into code beneath his will. Mountains of time shattered, the laws of thermodynamics twisted into Mobius strips, symbols from the Book of Vishanti warped and melted into binary. Lucifer stood unfazed. Thanos, confused, took a step forward. You're not part of this cosmology. How are you unaffected? Lucifer's eyes gleamed like the first sin. I am Lucifer Morningstar. I am will incarnate. I do not obey authors, nor am I confined by panels or pages. Even the presence feared what I might become. He raised a finger, and a single note sang out from nowhere. Suddenly the void around them cracked, not like glass, but like a lie shattering under truth. The remnants of DC's source wall splintered into the white cosmos of Marvel's overwritten tapestry. You brought me here, even if you didn't mean to, Lucifer said. You see, Thanos, when you rewrote your universe, your soul cried out for someone who could understand your solitude, someone to challenge you. I summoned nothing, perhaps not consciously, but power that becomes everything must eventually create its own devil. The world around them stabilized, for now stars reformed, planets spun on broken axes. Fragments of watchers, celestials, endless and archangels floated through layered skies. Lucifer's wings unfurled, massive, impossible constructs of divine paradox. One wing made of white feathers, the other of pure shadow. Light and darkness, truth and lie, mercy and malice, all intertwined. Thanos clenched his fists. The heart of the universe pulsed in his chest like a second sun. This is not your realm, Thanos said again. Leave now, or face extinction. Lucifer smirked. Extinction? I wrote Extinction a love letter once and she never recovered. No, Thanos, I won't leave. Because for the first time in eons, I found someone who might actually make me bleed. Thanos raised his hand. Lucifer took off his tie, and as their eyes locked, two forces beyond Godhood stood poised at the edge of infinity, ready to collide. There was no trumpet, no call, no declaration of war, just motion. Thanos vanished in a flash of blinding gold, and reality itself twisted. The universe reconfigured to his command. Stars reversed birth and became black holes. Time bled backward, and cause bowed to effect. His fist connected with Lucifer's chest with a blow that should have erased him from existence. It didn't. Lucifer flew backward, through dimensions, crashing through the bones of long-dead multiverses, through the ghost of apocalypse, through the quantum skeleton of the living tribunal himself. He landed floating. No wounds, but his smile was gone. A good hit, Lucifer said, brushing dust from his sleeve. But power alone doesn't win wars. He clapped his hands once, and the multiverse screamed. Thanos was thrown into a reality where everything was made of thought. His own thoughts. Every fear, every doubt he had buried as the Mad Titan came roaring back. Death, betrayal, failure, insignificance. These psychic reflections formed monsters of unspeakable size, clawing toward him with the hunger of suppressed guilt. Thanos growled, detonating a wave of hot hue energy. They burned, but not before whispering, "You do not know why you fight." Their war escalated. No longer were they constrained to mere dimensions. They clashed in the void between narrative laws, fighting on the spines of myth and science. Thanos hurled entire universes like spears. Lucifer deflected them with single words, "No." He countered with stories, narratives that rewrote the rules of the battlefield. One moment, Thanos was a child on Titan again, looking up at the stars. The next, he was a god inside a bottle, held by a version of Lucifer so vast it could hold galaxies between its fingers. Thanos shattered every illusion, his fury turning into pure white cosmic fire. The heart of the universe surged, and for a moment everything stopped existing, everything except Lucifer. "Do you understand yet?" Lucifer asked from the singular point of awareness. "You cannot erase me because I do not exist in the sense you understand. You will," Thanos growled. He became light, data, creation, entropy all at once. Lucifer became will, and they collided again. The battle collapsed fiction itself. Readers in countless realities forgot what they were reading. The story warped, no longer linear, but fractal. Gods from both universes watched in fear. The presence turned his gaze for the first time in eons. The one above all blinked. In one, Strike, Thanos shattered the source wall and impaled Lucifer with a fragment of reality's edge. Lucifer coughed, surprised. He bled, but instead of fear, he grinned. "Good," he said. "Now I don't have to hold back." Lucifer reached up and whispered a word into Thanos' ear. A word older than time. A word only the Presence and Lucifer had ever known. Thanos screamed, not in pain, but in overload. He saw every soul he had ever touched, every path not taken, every universe he had annihilated and forgotten. The weight of omnipotence, when turned inward, was unbearable. Lucifer stepped back, face solemn now. "This is why you shouldn't play God," he said, "because true power isn't about being everything." He walked forward as Thanos struggled to rise. "It's about choosing when not to be." Thanos roared, calling on the full, unfathomable power of the heart of the universe one last time. The cosmos turned into a white canvas. The laws of reality, logic, and metaphysics all folded into his will. Lucifer looked around at the blankness. "All of this? For what?" he asked. "Perfection." Thanos lifted his arm, now glowing with enough energy to reset all of existence. Lucifer shook his head. "I refuse." With that single declaration of free will, the heart of the universe faltered. It had no power over refusal. No hold on a being who answered to no God, no rule, no script. Lucifer walked through the blast unharmed. He touched Thanos' chest, right where the heart pulsed. "I do this not because you are evil," he whispered, "but because you're done." He plucked the heart from Thanos, not violently, gently, like removing a mask. Thanos collapsed, falling to his knees, eyes wide in shock. "No," he muttered. "It was supposed to be perfect." Lucifer knelt, placing a hand on his shoulder. "There is no perfect, only freedom." The heart dissolved in Lucifer's hand, willingly. It had found its match, not in domination, but in defiance. Thanos sat in the ruins of all things, no longer glowing, no longer a god, just a being, tired, confused, at peace. Lucifer turned his back to the fading battlefield, wings folding in. The stars began to reform. Reality slowly began to heal. And somewhere, far above them both, the Presence and the One above all nodded, two creators who had watched their children tear each other apart, and perhaps finally understand. Lucifer vanished into a doorway that had never been there before. His voice echoed behind him. "Try living without being everything, Thanos. You might like it."